Couple of things right off rip, okay? The old saying in red pill communities, she will bring a date to your funeral, regardless if you guys were together for 13 years, okay? Everything ended amicably, okay? Don't worry about it. Women will always get over a breakup quicker than a man. Now, I also understand that, Tom Brady, I think he's on like a 2-game winning streak or something like that. The Bucks are now, 500 once again, and they should win the NFC South, which is kind of a dumpster fire if you take a look at it. It's like the Panthers suck, the Saints are atrocious, and what's the other team that's in there? Does it really? The fucking Atlanta Falcons? Give me a fucking break, for Christ's sakes. Like, he's obviously going to win that division. And of course, whenever it comes to a breakup, okay, even apparently maybe this was amicable or something like that because the divorce was over just like that because they had an ironclad prenup. Because guess what? The woman had a bunch of money, even more than the man. So yeah, there was an ironclad prenup in there. So he had to make sure that the woman would never lose out on any of her assets. Boy, we're just dispensing red pills out here. Just all over the place, okay? Because in a relationship, you remember, as a guy, your money is our money. Her money is her money. So she will always take care of all that stuff. And don't worry, now, I could give a shit about Gisele Bundchen, okay? She's a 42-year-old single mother, but she found some simp out there to take her seriously, I guess. Meet Joaquim Valente, Gisele Bundchen's Tom Brady's rumored rebound following a divorce. Oh, that'll make him really miss and regret what he doesn't have. Meanwhile, if Tom Brady's doing it right, he has like 45 different 18-year-olds running around one of his mansions. It doesn't really fucking matter. But again, the entire impetus behind this whole breakup is because Tom wasn't spending enough time with the kids. And here she is getting plowed out in Costa Rica. And where are the kids? I don't see any kids around here at all whatsoever. Yeah, no, exactly. It's just a trifling bitch. Doesn't matter how many fucking millions you have. Gisele Bundchen is reportedly cozied up with New Squeeze in Costa Rica. New photos show. And again, okay, even if the kids are around, like, I don't know if that's his kid, her kid, regardless, whatever, the way that she kind of just has disdain for the look of the kid, actually, it could be either one of them, to be completely honest. Oh, it looks like it is. Okay, Benjamin and Vivian. Okay, 12 and a 9-year-old. Hi, meet mommy's new fling. What a fucking terrible woman, okay? Or just goes to show you that this has been in the works for a long time. Just another red pill that's out there. Okay, she's never going to leave you to be single. There's always another guy just waiting that's out there, okay? And again, this isn't going to last very long because women are hypergamous by nature, okay? He's got to be at least at Tom Brady's level. I don't know who this dude is. I'm sure he's probably a great guy, but a fucking jiu-jitsu instructor as opposed to Tom fucking Brady doesn't really compute. Even though I'm sure he's probably a great guy and has a giant fucking hog. It doesn't matter. But yes, the Brazilian gossip site, Pure People. Don't you have like fires in the street to be reporting on? No, this is so much better. Reported Wednesday that the pair are dating. Yup, it's 13 years together, man. We really had something special. What's that, a jiu-jitsu instructor? Ooh, fucking Christ. Come on now. She's not special. You just made her special. Snap follows a painful divorce. Who's saying this? Who's saying it? It doesn't look like it was painful for her. Well, maybe it is now. Again, like, maybe he's not clipped. A divorce between Tom Brady and Bundchen, which ended their 13-year marriage last month. Last month. Fucking weeks ago at this point. The pair reportedly separated following an epic fight fueled by Brady's decision to unretire from the NFL. Once trouble in paradise began, a source told Page 6 that Bundchen was upset that her now ex had changed his mind, and the model fled to the family's home in Florida. Family's home, right? I'm sure she probably got all of that as well. But let's just say, man, okay? And it's like the previous video, which was kind of the impetus for doing this, because it was somewhat popular, but it's kind of weird on Rumble, like anything that's not overtly political or doesn't get picked up by the little Rumble gimmick, okay, kind of just goes out there and dies. But even the repost of like a week's old video on YouTube did extremely well. And of course, whenever it comes to intersexual dynamics, you know your boy's gonna just chime in on this type of stuff. And regardless if they have 300 million or $300 between the pair of them, there are lessons to be learned about these types of relationships, okay? Painful divorce, right? That's why she's out there fucking around with somebody who she has a long history of and also has a bunch of different photo shoots with. Comfortable enough to bring her kids around. There was already an established connection right there. The kids already knew what was up, and she's just out there, well, frankly, posing for these pictures, but more on that in a second, okay? Bundchen rumored nubo seems to be a mystery, keeping much of his social media private. Yeah, he's probably Brazilian or some shit like that. They don't have Facebook. But here's what we know so far. That's a joke. It's a third world shithole. Well, at least it is now. Along with the Valente brothers, Pedro, and I don't fucking know. Joaquim and the former Victoria's Secret model. Very former. She's 42. She's a 42-year-old single mother. Nobody's taking this shit seriously. Oh, they're dating. No, he's just getting in there and going a couple of times and getting the fuck out. Did a photo shoot for Dust magazine, and the images were just reshared by the Valente brothers Instagram page 4 days ago. Oh my stars. In fact, the Valente brothers, that sounds like people should know who they are, but I guess I'm out of the loop on this one. Or even Bundchen's instructors. Oh yeah, exactly. They've been stretching her out for a while, if you know what I mean. Whom she calls awesome teachers earlier this year. Yeah, of course. Probably taught her a lot of fun things. A lot of things that made Tom Brady question this, like, what have you been doing down there? That's weird. I believe the more tools you have in our, we have in our toolbox, the better. Bundchen wrote on Instagram. Yeah, I'm sure your toolbox has been well stocked lately. Just saying. I feel stronger, more confident, and empowered since I started practicing self-defense. Still isn't going to fucking help because she's got some ridiculous fucking pictures. Is that in this article or the other one? Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Well, no, we can just move on to the next one because I don't really care. Gisele Bundchen's pictures with Joaquim Valente show Tom Brady what he's missing. Again, a 42-year-old single he's Tom fucking Brady. If he wanted to replace you with 42 18-year-olds, he could, like that. 7 Super Bowl rings are just gonna make bitches manifest in the fucking front yard, okay? Honestly, you say that the most successful starting quarterback in NFL history is single, he's gonna have to put additional deadbolts on his fucking front door from all the bitches trying to climb over the security fence, for Christ's sakes. Like, stop it. He's not missing a goddamn thing other than being yelled at and probably having things thrown at him. But yeah, no, where are the pictures? Because these are just fucking hilarious, right? This is her Insta. She's learning self-defense, guys. Like, oh my god, this guy, he's such a good instructor. And yeah, no, this is apparently from their Dust photo shoot or some dumb shit like that. A sexy shoot from the Dust magazine. And there he is right there. Quite a looker, I guess. I don't know. She I guess likes that whole neck beard aesthetic. Whatever, man. I'm sure he's a great guy. Oh, and he's also very health conscious because he's got a mask in 2022. Good for him. Felt very much in line with what I believe in and look for in my life and how I have a path to develop and blah, blah, blah. My best version of myself. Yes, living your best life and, of course, learning self-defense. It's like, okay, cool. So what kind of a choke are you putting in right there? Because again, I don't know a whole lot about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Okay, not as much as I'd like to, but as you can see, so she has one hand, she has her left hand. I don't know if she's right or left hand dominant or whatever, but also her gi is, you know, quite oversized, which is like, okay, so this is just another, you know, elaborate photo shoot, but whatever. Okay, so she has her hand, it kind of looks, maybe it is, okay, palmed underneath his chin, but her other hand looks to be, it's kind of like some kind of a stupid triangle choke that she has in place right there. I just don't know where the pressure is being applied because you can kind of see her hand also, you know, over top of her forearm, and if she really wanted to cinch it in, okay, apply the pressure to the shoulder because that's where that would be in order to put in that choke. It's just there would be, outside of holding on for like maybe a crossface, like that would be incredibly painful, okay? Like, it's a type of a blood choke, but the way that she has it hooked in, like that's just going to be painful on your guy's neck. So I guess eating your box is going to be out of the question for a little while. But also, he's like a 180-pound man. If he just wanted to, he would sweep your leg and then just continue to roll out, okay, the way that he would be, his body positioning would be, in order to alleviate any of the stress that's on that. Like, he could get out of that at any time that she wants. So, or anytime that he wants, rather. And again, controversial point, and one that I completely 1000% agree with when it comes to Andrew Tate talking about this stuff at the same time. Women learning self-defense is fucking retarded. The only self-defense that you should be learning is how to aim down the sights and look down the sights of a fucking Glock, okay? Just because you think, I'm a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. If I had a fucking screw loose, right? And I hate to use this analogy because I don't want to put myself in that situation because I wouldn't find myself in that situation because I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm 6.5 feet tall, 220-ish pounds, somewhere in on and around that area, okay? I could read you off the rest of the stats, but they are fucking horrifying from any broad who decides to pick a fight with me. If I had a screw loose, there isn't a wall in this fucking room that would keep that bitch in here and not result in her on the outside, okay? So you learning little fun things, oh my god, I can put in a flying fucking armbar, hi-ya! All that's gonna happen is somebody's gonna grab you by that fucking ponytail and play how many times do I need to punch in order to put knuckle to palm via disintegrating your skull. It's fucking stupid. Female self-defense is only good for other equally equipped women. The strength differential, the speed differential, the power differential between men and women is a fucking vast chasm. Stop deluding yourself. Buy a gun, get trained, don't instigate a fight, okay? Even me, with the stats that I've listed off before, I don't go out there fucking instigating fights. I don't go out there picking fights as well, okay? Because I don't know if anybody's had a bad day and they are totally fucked in the head. Somebody bumps into you, you don't take it like it's in a personal fucking affront. You just go on with your fucking day. That's not being a coward. That's living to see tomorrow. Because there's some crazy fuckers that are out there, and especially if she's going to be hanging around Costa Rica and Brazil. She knows this. This is just... It's just a photo shoot, for Christ's sakes. Here I am getting worked up about, you know, female self-defense for no good fucking reason. But again, we could do this one more time, but really, you know, Tom Brady's kind of ancillary to this breakdown. Okay, you take a look at this picture right there. Then there is absolutely nothing going on between that couple right there. She's posing for the camera. He's looking straight ahead. Yeah, okay, cool. An eagle-eyed observer might say, oh, hand on the ass, that really means something. Bruh, he's not like, you know, palms not down or anything like that. That's just fingertips on top. They've known that this has been over for a long time. She's known that it's been over because look at how quickly she just monkey branched off to the next person, okay? But she doesn't know, okay? The fact is, she had a fear of missing out. She's 42, has her kids. Her kids are getting to that age where they're becoming more independent. 12, 9, even the other kid from Tom's previous marriage, which just goes to show you that single fathers get way more play than single mothers, okay? It's attractive as opposed to a liability. But Gisele had a fear of missing out, okay? She got with Tom when she was 28. We went through all of this stuff beforehand. She was 28, right at the beginning of her epiphany phase, okay? Right at the time, because she's been modeling for a long fucking time. She understands that the average career expectancy during that time, she was getting towards the end of it. Sure, she's a supermodel, okay? She could be one of the exceptions that are out there, and I will definitely afford her that luxury of designating her that, okay? She's a name in that world. She could have continued on, okay? But then she also, you know, wanted to be a mother for whatever reason. She picked the most available person in the vicinity because he was still going out with Bridget Monahan or something like that at the same time. I don't know about the specifics or that shit, okay? I was actively rooting against Tom Brady back in the cut, okay? He was still the quarterback from the fucking Tuck game that cost the Raiders from going to the 2001 Super Bowl. A very winnable game. But whatever, I haven't appreciated Tom Brady for a long time, and definitely post this breakup, okay? And the way that he handles this could really cement him as being somebody that I respect. But again, his on-the-field accomplishments speak for themselves. But no, he had a family with this lady, okay? And now she's getting to the point of 42, seeing all of her other contemporaries, okay? Maybe getting some Kardashian influence that's out there thinking that, oh, 40's the new 30 or 40's the new 20 and 50's the new 30 because all of your contemporaries out there look exactly the same. So, you know what? He's just not going to listen to me, and I put him through all these shit tests, and fuck it. I'm just going to throw this away because it doesn't really much matter. I've got my kids. I'm still sexy, okay? And you know what she wants to do? Because she sees every other one of those former supermodels that are out there, like what, Paulina Porzakova. What does she do? Pose on Instagram and fight with trolls. That's your future. Or you can be Donna D'Errico, 54 years old, okay? Yeah, and again, for 54 years old, she's fucking hot, okay? Not gonna say that there's anything different, okay? My eyes work, great tits, in incredible fucking shape, okay? And the best part about her, she's 54, you can splash off and not have to worry about her getting knocked up. But that's your future right there. Posing alone, living out of a fucking suitcase, okay, in order to own the trolls online. Congratulations, that is the future that you signed up for. Sure, you'll still have all those pictures from when you were young and attractive and the talk of the town. And now you get to be referred to as, wow, have you seen her? She looks really good for being 50, as opposed to, oh my fucking God, I'd love to snap a piece of that shit off. I would just be happy throwing my cum at her to knock her up. That was Baywatch back in the day. Christ almighty. I was still in, you know, walking around in fucking Pokemon pajamas when that shit was happening. But yeah, like it shows right here. D'Erico was previously married to Motley Crue member Nikki Sixx, one of the most prolific bass players, okay? One of the absolute peak rock stars from the 1980s all the way forward. Even though Motley Crue, the hot take right here, 2 good albums, the rest of it's fucking trash. I'd even be negotiated down to 1 good album and half of Dr. Feelgood. But again, Motley Crue is known throughout the fucking world. Tom Brady is known throughout the fucking world, okay? In Motley Crue, there's what? Tommy Lee, but you really wouldn't want to get to him, even though people still are, okay? He's a fucking nutcase. Nikki Sixx has died and come back, and you know what? They're legends. I think Mick Mars just had to retire because that dude is fucking old as hell. He's like 64 or 65 years old, like, for fuck's sakes. Like, he's much older than everybody else that's in that band. And Vince Neil, well, he's just fat and nasally at this point. God damn it. That was one of the most disappointing concerts that I've ever been to. I went, oh my, this was, yeah, it was definitely pre-pandemic. It might have been 14 or 15 when I seen them when they were playing Dawson Creek, okay, back when that new arena, because they get all the best acts, okay, like as soon as that arena opened up, Grand Prairie just started to dry up. Like the biggest name that came through Grand Prairie recently, you could argue the Filipino that's fronting Journey, Arnel Pineda, that incarnation of Journey came through here. Toby Keith, maybe. It's like, it's not great. It's not great. As opposed to out there, like they got Megadeth, Judas Priest. That was the last concert that I've ever went to. That was before the coof and all the lockdown. And mostly the rest of the bands that I really like, they're kind of touring Europe, or they don't exist in the incarnations that I like. Like I'm never going to see Black Sabbath fronted by Tony Martin or Ronnie James Dio for very obvious reasons. But no, I seen Motley Crue in Dawson Creek. You had to just circle back to that. And yeah, no encore. Didn't stop to interact with the crowd at all. And yeah, it sounded like fucking asshole. But Tommy Lee made sure to get his fucking, you know, drum solo, and it was all on the round. And oh, he went around in the circle, and oh, it was so great that I went to the bathroom. It's fucking garbage. I got floor seats for that shit too. Fucking crap. But regardless, Nikki Sixx is still Nikki Sixx at the end of the day, okay? Like, he can go out there and fucking print money by just saying that Nikki Sixx is going to appear here. And it still wasn't enough to keep Donna D'Erico. And there wasn't even social media at that time, okay? And now what is she doing? I don't know. I'm sure she probably has some little fucking unclipped little bitch boy at her fucking beck and call, okay? To make sure that all of her makeup's appropriate, to make sure that she gets all the best angle for the fucking gram. But that's what you have right now. Oh, it looks like she, trying to make the transition to being, you know, one of those old conservative mothers, and now she has good old traditional values now that she's been plowed through by the fucking, you know, LA metal scene. It's like, just for fuck's sakes, just stop it already. It's so transparent when you know what to look for. But hey, don't worry, Gisele, that's the future that you just signed yourself up for. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.